Assalamu alaikum. This is Surah 10, Yunus or Jonah. It has 109 ayats. The initial verses 1 through 70 present an argumentative dialogue between Islam and its unbelievers. The remaining verses contain the stories of of Noah, Moses, and Jonah, all considered prophets in Islam. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif Lam Ra. These are the ayats of the Book of Wisdom. Is it a matter of wonderment to men that we have sent our inspiration to a man from among themselves, that he should warn mankind of their danger and give the good news to the believers that they have before their Lord the lofty rank of truth. But the unbelievers say, this is indeed an evident sorcerer. So they believe that he's a sorcerer because of the might and power that God has bestowed upon him. Verily, your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and is firmly established on the throne of authority, regulating and governing all things. No intercessor can plead with him except after his leave has been obtained. This is Allah your Lord. You therefore serve him. Will you not receive reprimand or rebuke? To him you will return. To him will be your return of all of you. The promise of Allah is true and sure. It is he who begins the process of creation and repeats it, and he may reward with justice those who believe and work righteousness. Inshallah. But those who reject him will have droughts of boiling fluids and a chastisement grievous because they did reject him. It is he who made the sun to be a shining glory and the moon to be a light of beauty, and measure out stages for it, that you might know the number of years and the count of time. No wise did Allah create this, but in truth and righteousness. Thus he explains his signs in detail for those who understand. Verily the alternation of the night and the day, and in all that Allah has created in the heavens and the earth, are signs for those who fear him. Those who do not rest their hope on their meeting with us, but are pleased and satisfied with the life of the present, and those who do not heed our signs, their abode is the fire because of the evil they earned. 9. Those who believe and work righteousness, their Lord will guide them because of their faith. Beneath them will flow rivers and gardens of bliss. This will be their cry therein. Glory to you, O Allah, and peace be their greeting therein. Peace will be their greeting therein. And the close of their cry will be, praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. If Allah were to hasten for men the ill they have earned, as they would with pleasure hasten on to the good, then would their respite be settled at once. But we leave those who do not rest their hope on their meeting with us in their trespasses, wandering in distraction to and fro. When trouble touches a man, he cries unto us in all postures, lying down on his side, or sitting, or standing. But we have solved his trouble. He passes on his way as if he had never cried. But when we have solved his trouble, he passes on his way as if he had never cried to us for a trouble that touched him. Thus do the deeds of transgressors seem fair in their eyes. We destroyed generations before you, and they did wrong. Their apostles came to them with clear signs, but they would not believe. Thus do we requite those with sins. Requite those with sins. Then we made your hairs in the land after them to see how you would behave. But when our clear signs are rehearsed to them, those who do not rest their hope on their meeting with us say, "Bring us a Quran other than this, or change this." Say, "It is not for me of my own accord to change it. I follow nothing but what is revealed to me. If I were to disobey my Lord, I would myself fear the day chastisement of a great day to come." Say, "If Allah had so willed, I should not have rehearsed it to you, nor would he have made it known to you a whole lifetime before this. I have tarried among you. Will you not then understand? What does more wrong than such as a forge? Who does more wrong than such as forge a lie against Allah or deny his signs? But never will prosper those who sin. They serve besides Allah things that do not hurt them nor profit them, and they say, these are our intercessors with Allah. Say, do you indeed inform Allah of something he knows not in the heavens or on earth? Glory to him, and far is he above the partners they ascribe to him. Mankind was but one nation, but differed later. Had it not been for a word that went forth before from your Lord, their differences would have been settled between them. They say, this is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord. Say, the unseen is only for Allah to know. Then you wait. I will wait with you. When we make mankind taste of some mercy after adversity, has touched them, behold, they take to plotting against our signs. Say, swifter to plan is Allah. Verily our angels record all the plots that you make. He it is who enables you to traverse through land and sea, so that you even board ships. They sail. 22. He it is who enables you to traverse through land and sea, so that you even board ships. They sail with them with a favorable wind, and they rejoice thereat. Then comes a stormy wind, and the waves come to them from all sides, and they think they are being overwhelmed. They cry to Allah sincerely, offering their duty to him, saying, if you deliver us from this, we shall truly show our gratitude. But when he delivers them, behold, they transgress insolently through the earth in defiance of right. O mankind, your insolence is again your own souls, an enjoyment of the life of the present. Insolence means rude or disrespectful. So 23. But when he delivers them, behold, they transgress disrespectfully through the earth in defiance of right. O mankind, you're rude. Your rudeness and disrespectfulness is against your own souls and enjoyment of the life of the present. In the end, to us is your return, and we shall show you the truth of all that you did. The likeness of life of the present is as the rain which we sent down from the skies. By its mingling arises the produce of the earth, which provides food for men and animals. It grows till the earth is clad with its golden ornaments and is decked out in beauty. The people to whom it belongs think they have all the powers of disposal over it. There reaches it our commands by night or by day, and we make it like a harvest clean and we make it like a harvest, clean mown, like clean mowed, as if it had not flourished only the day before. Oh, wow. Thus do we explain the signs and details for those who reflect. But Allah calls to the home of peace. He guides whom he pleases a way that is straight. To those who do right is a goodly reward. Yes, more than in measure. Nor darkness nor shame shall cover their faces. They are companions of the garden. They will abide therein forever. But those who have earned evil will have a reward like evil. Public shame or disgrace will cover their faces. No defender will they have from the wrath of Allah. Their faces will be covered as if it were with pieces. Their faces will be covered as it were with pieces from the depths of the darkness of night. They are companions of the fire. They will abide forever. One day we shall gather them all together. Then we shall say to those who join gods with us, to your place, you and those you joined as partners. We shall separate them, and their partners shall say, it was not us that you worshiped. Enough is Allah for a witness between us and you. We certainly knew nothing of your worship of us. There will every soul prove the fruits of the deeds it sent before. They will be brought back to Allah, their rightful Lord, and their invented falsehoods will lead them in the lurch. Say, who is it that sustains you in life from the sky and from the earth? Or who is it that has power over hearing and sight? And who is it that brings out the living from the dead and the dead from the living? And who is it that rules and regulates all affairs? They will soon say, Allah. Ooh, I like that. Will you not then show piety to them? Show piety to him? Such is Allah, your real cherisher and sustainer. Apart from truth, what remains but error? How then are you turned away? 33. Thus is the word of your Lord proved true against those who rebel. Verily they will not believe. Say, of your partners, can any originate creation and repeat it? Say, it is Allah who originates creation and repeats it. And repeats it. Then how are you deluded away from the truth? Say, of your partners, is there any that can give any guidance towards truth? Say, it is Allah who gives guidance towards truth. Is then he who gives guidance to truth more worthy to be followed, or he finds not guidance himself unless he is guided? What then is the matter with you? How do you judge? But most of them followed nothing but conjecture, speculation. Truly, speculation can be of no avail against the truth. Verily, Allah is well aware of all that they do. This Quran is not such as can be. This Quran is not such as can be produced by other than Allah. On the contrary, it is a confirmation of revelations that went before it, and a fuller explanation of the book wherein there is no doubt from the Lord of the worlds. Or do they say, he forged it? Say, bring them a surah like it, and call to your aid anyone you can besides Allah, if it be you speak the truth. Nay, they charge with falsehood that whose knowledge they cannot compass. even before the clarification thereof has reached them. Thus did those before them make charges of falsehood. But see what was the end of those who did wrong. Of them there are some who believe therein, and some who do not. And your Lord knows best those who are out for mischief. If they charge you with falsehood, say, my work to me and yours to you. You are free from responsibility for what I do, and I for what you do. Among them are some who pretend to listen to you, but can you take the deaf to hear, even though they are without understanding? And among them are some who look at you, but you can guide the blind, even though they will not see. Verily, Allah will not deal unjustly with man in anything. It is man that wrongs his own soul. One day he will gather them together. It will be as if they had lingered but an hour of a day. They will recognize each other. Assuredly, those will be lost who deny the meeting with Allah and refuse to receive true guidance. Whether we show you realized in your lifetime some part of what we promised them, or we make your soul to our mercy before that. In any case, to us is their return. Ultimately, Allah is witness to all that they do. To every people was sent an apostle. When their apostle comes before them, the matter will be judged between them with justice, and they will not be wronged. Ooh, I like 47. To every people was sent an apostle. And as I read the Quran, it says an apostle from with among themselves. So if you live in a community, it's like somebody from your community has been an apostle. And it's like, in the Quran, it's like, why them? And it's like, Allah chooses who he pleases, right? So I'm going to read 47 again. To every people was sent an apostle. When their apostle comes before them, the matter will be judged between them with justice, and they will not be wrong. They say, when will this promise come to pass if you speak the truth? So they like, okay, when the promise come to pass then? Say, I have no power over any harm or profit to myself except as Allah wills. To every people is a term appointed. When the term is reached, not an hour can they cause delay, nor an hour can they advance it in anticipation. So he's basically saying, I don't have any power over that which you ask, but not an hour can they cause delay, nor an hour can they advance it in anticipation. It just say every people is a term appointed, and when that term is reached, we'll know, but we won't know when, and we can't say in advance. Whew. 50. Do you see if this punishment should come to you by night or day, what portion of it would the sinners wish to hasten? Would you then believe in it at last? When it actually comes to pass, it will then be said, ha, now you wanted aforetime to hasten it on. At length will be said to the wrongdoers, you taste the enduring punishment. You get the recompense of what you earn. They seek to be informed by you. Is that true? Say, yes, by my Lord it is the very truth, and you cannot frustrate it. Every soul that has sinned, if it possessed all that is on earth, would with pleasure give it in ransom. They will declare their repentance when they see the chastisement, but the judgment between them will be with justice, and no wrong will be done to them. It is not the case that to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and on earth. Is it not the case that Allah's promise is assuredly true? Yet most of them do not understand. It is He who gives life and who takes it, and to Him shall you all be brought back. O mankind, there has come to you a direction from your Lord and a healing from the diseases in your hearts, and for those who believe, a guidance and a mercy. In the bounty of Allah and in His mercy, in that let them rejoice. That is better than the wealth they hoard. Say, do you see what things Allah has set down to you for sustenance? Yet you hold forbidden some things thereof, and some things lawful. Say, Allah has indeed permitted you, or do you invent things to attribute to Allah? And what do you think who invent lies against Allah? And what do those think who invent lies against Allah of the day of judgment? Verily, Allah is full of bounty to mankind, but most of them are ungrateful. In whatever business you may be, in whatever portion you may be reciting from the Quran, and whatever deed you may be doing, we are witnesses thereof when you are deeply engrossed therein. Nothing is hidden from your Lord so much as the weight of an atom, or the earth, or nothing is hidden from the Lord so much as the weight of an atom on the earth or in heaven, and not the least and not the greatest of these things, but are recorded in a clear record. Behold, verily on the friends of Allah there is no fear, nor shall they grieve. Those who believe Those who believe and constantly guard against evil, for them are glad tidings in the life of the present and the hereafter. No change can there be in the words of Allah. This is indeed the supreme felicity. Let not their speech grieve you, for all power and honor belongs to Allah. It is He who hears and knows all things. Behold, verily to Allah belong all creatures in the heavens and on earth. What do they follow who worship as His partners other than Allah? They follow nothing but fancy, and they do none but lie. He it is that has made for you the night, that you may rest therein, and the day to make things visible to you. Verily, in this are signs for those who listen to His message. They say, God, Allah, has begotten a son. Glory be to Him. He is sufficient. His are all things in the heavens and on earth. Nor warrant have you for this. Do you say about Allah what you do not know? Say, those who invent against Allah will never prosper. A little enjoyment in this world, and then to us will be their return. Then shall we make them taste the severest chastisement for their blasphemies. Relate to them the story of Noah. Behold, he said to his people, O my people, if it be hard on your mind that I should stay with you and commemorate the signs of Allah, yet I put my trust in Allah. You then get an agreement about your plan and among your partners, so your plan be not to you dark and dubious, doubtful or uncertain is what dubious means. So your plan be not to you dark and with uncertainty. Then pass your sentence on to me and give me no respite, which is a rest or a break. But if you turn back, consider, no reward have I asked of you. My reward is only due from Allah, and I have commanded to be of those who submit to Allah's will in Islam. They rejected Him, but we delivered him and those with him they rejected Him. Noah, he said in 73, they rejected Noah, but we delivered him and those with him in the ark, and we made them inherit the earth, while we overwhelmed in the flood of those who rejected our signs. Then see what was the end of those who were warned, but he did not. Then after him we sent many apostles to their peoples. They brought them clear signs, but they would not believe what they had already rejected beforehand. Thus do we seal the hearts of the transgressors. Then after them we sent Moses and Aaron to Pharaoh and his chiefs with our sign, but they were arrogant. They were people in sin. When the truth did come to them from us, they said, "This is indeed evident sorcery." Moses said, "Do you say this about the truth when it has actually reached you? Is sorcery like this?" But sorcerers will not prosper. They said, "Have you come to us to turn away from the ways we found our fathers following, in order that you and your brother may have greatness in the land? But we shall not believe in you." The Pharaoh said, "Bring me every sorcerer well versed." So they about to have a back and forth, I guess. 80. When the sorcerers came, Moses said to them, "You throw what you wish to throw." When they had had their throw, Moses said, "What you have brought is sorcery. Allah will surely make it no effect, for Allah does not prosper the work of those who make mischief. And Allah by his words proves and establishes his truth, however much the sinners may hate it." But none believed in Moses except some children of his people, because of the fear of Pharaoh and his chiefs, lest they should persecute them. And certainly Pharaoh was mighty on the earth, and one who transgressed all bounds. Moses said, "O my people, if you do really believe in Allah, then in him put your trust, if you submit your will to his." They said, "In Allah do we put our trust. Our Lord, do not make us a trial for those who practice oppression, and deliver us by your mercy from those who reject you." We inspired Moses and his brother with this message. Provide dwellings for your people in Egypt. Make your dwellings into places of worship, and establish regular prayers and give glad tidings to those who believe. Moses prayed, "Our Lord, you have indeed bestowed on Pharaoh and his chiefs splendor and wealth in the life of the present. And so, our Lord, they misled men from your path. Our Lord, deface the features of their wealth and send hardness to their hearts, so they will not believe until they see the grievous chastisement." Allah said, "Accepted is your prayer, O Moses and Aaron, so you stand straight and do not follow the path of those who do not know." We took the children of Israel across the sea. Pharaoh and his host followed them in insolence. Pharaoh and his host followed them in insolence and spite. At length, when overwhelmed with the flood, he said, "I believe that there is no good except him whom the children of Israel believe in. I am one of those who submit to Allah in Islam." It was said to him, Now, but a little while before you were in rebellion, and you did mischief and violence. This day shall we save you in your body, that you may be a sign to those who come after you. But verily many among mankind are heedless of our signs. We settled the children of Israel in a beautiful dwelling place, and provided for them sustenance of the best. It was after knowledge had been granted to them that they fell into division. Verily Allah will judge between them as to the split among them, or the day of judgment. If you were in doubt as to what we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the book before you. The truth has indeed come to you from your Lord, so be in no wise of those in doubt, nor be those who reject the signs of Allah, or you shall be those who perish. Those against whom the word of the Lord has been verified would not believe, even if every sign was brought to them, until they see for themselves the chastisement grievous. Why was there not a single township among them? We warned. Why was there not a single township which believed, so its faith should have profited, except the people of Jonah? When they believed, we removed from them the chastisement of public shame or disgrace in the life of the present, and permitted them to enjoy their life for a while. 99. If it had been your Lord's will, they would all have believed. All who are on earth will you then compel mankind against their evil to believe? No soul can believe except by the will of Allah, and He will place doubt on those who will not understand. Say, behold all that is in the heavens and on earth, but neither signs nor warners profit those who do not believe. Do they then expect anything but what happened in the days of the men who passed away before them? Say, you wait then, for I too will wait with you. In the end we deliver our apostles and those who believe. Thus is it fitting on our part that we should deliver those who believe. Say, O you men, if you are in doubt as to my religion, behold, I do not worship what you worship other than Allah, but I worship Allah, who will take your souls at death. I am commanded to be in the ranks of the believers. And further, thus, set your face towards religion with true reverence, and never in any wise be of the unbelievers, nor call any other than Allah. Such will neither profit you nor hurt you. If you do so, behold, you shall certainly be of those who do wrong. If Allah touches you with hurt, there is none that can remove it but He. If He designs some benefit for you, there is none that can keep back His favor. He causes it to reach whomsoever of His servants He pleases, and He is the oft-forgiving, most merciful. Say, O you men, now truth has reached you from your Lord. Those who receive guidance do so for the good of their own souls. Those who stray do so to their own loss, and I am not set over you to arrange your affairs. You follow the inspiration sent to you, and be patient and constant. To Allah do decide, for He is the best to decide.